Ah, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Toreador, or whatever the hell it may be called, retailing for a price of $3.6 million, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a submarine vehicle, don't you know, a submarine car. Okay, well, this is the upgraded version, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a look at it and see how she handles. Okay, acceleration, as you can see, not too bad really, ladies and gentlemen, particularly for a sports classic. Oops, a days of cold out there. Yeah, a little bit of oversteer, if anything, ladies and gentlemen, quite wallowy, you know, but the handling, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, not too bad. I've driven a lot of cars that are a lot worse, you know. Top end speed, as you can see, we really are flying, ladies and gentlemen, and braking and handling. We're going to look at this tight right hand corner and just sort of cut in early there, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I say, not too bad really, in all fairness to it, you know. Yeah, it's quite good acceleration. Of course, this car has also got a boost function, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go, and we'll send you flying along the street. And of course, this particular car, its boost function does refresh quite fast, ladies and gentlemen, quite rapidly, you know, so you can boost against your heart's content. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, like I say, this is a submarine vehicle, so its primary or secondary function, depending on how you wish to see it, you know, means it can go under water. You just drive into the water, there we go, press right on the D-pad, and you can go around under the water as much as you like, and then you can come back out, go into driving mode, ladies and gentlemen, and then drive along as much as you like, and then get back into the water and browse and when you please. And there we go. If you own yourself a Cosca submarine or whatever they're called, you can take the Toreador, whatever it's called, into the Cosca submarine or whatever it's called, and there we go. Okay, so yes, there's space, a little place for it at the back of the cracker there, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice, quite pleased with that, you know. Okay, and of course you can take it out the same way you brought it in. Not only does it go in the open ocean, ladies and gentlemen, you can take it up Cassidy Creek and the rivers and whatnot, even up this white water bit here, you know. You can sort of boost along or just go quite steadily and take it right to the Alamo Sea if you wish. And when we get here, we find Mr. Raccoon, ladies and gentlemen, in a Sea Sparrow, and we find out that it can lock on, the Toreador can lock on whilst to things underwater or on the surface, but the moment they take off, it loses the lock, but things that are flying can lock on it underwater, and of course that means they can blow you up. Now, you do have to be quite shallow, quite close to the surface, ladies and gentlemen, but they can take you. You can also, whilst in the water, hop out of your Toreador and hop back in, ladies and gentlemen, without fear of it sinking. The missiles, whilst on land, ladies and gentlemen, aren't too bad. They can hit helicopters, hit things in the air and on the ground, you know. They're not quite as flawless as the Deluxo, but they aren't too bad, you know, in terms of defense, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, one RPG is going to take it down. It can take multiple hits from things like the Buzzardo. Okay, on the road, ladies and gentlemen, on the land, we're going to put it up now against the Stromberg. This is the other submarine vehicle released as part of the Doomsday Heist, don't you know. Now, for these initial laps, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to be deploying the boost function on the Toreador, whatever the hell it may be called, because it will simply absolutely destroy it. But without boosting, ladies and gentlemen, you can see it puts up quite a good fight, this Stromberg there, ladies and gentlemen. It is a couple of years old now, and then it puts up more of a fight, and then eventually it actually comes past the Toreador or whatever the hell it may be called, and the Stromberg takes it, ladies and gentlemen, which is rather a surprise, I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, now when we pull out something very, very fast, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Grotti Italia RSX, what we now uphold to be the finest motor vehicle on GTA Online, don't you know? When you pull out basically the fastest supercar in the game, put it up against the Toreador, whatever the hell it may be called, subcar doesn't stand a chance, ladies and gentlemen. The Grotti is going to absolutely demolish it. Mr. Raccoon is boosting down the back there. He didn't boost up the front, but he did boost on the back, and he still couldn't catch me. And the reason why we don't boost up the front, ladies and gentlemen, is because that will happen. Yes, it's an absolute walkover. Okay, speaking of boost vehicles, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to bring out the Trojan R88. This is an F1 style car. It does have a boost of its own, and the boost function on this particular vehicle can only be refreshed once it breaks, you know, and so it's effectively got one shot boosted it. And we're going to see how the R88 F1 style car stacks up against the Toreador, whatever the hell it may be called, and the Toreador, whatever the hell it may be called, is boosting on this particular game, ladies and gentlemen, on this particular lap, I should say. And yes, there we go. So yes, gets in front of it. Now we have got a little bit of boost, but no, the subcar's going to take it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so how does it stack up to the Vigilante then, ladies and gentlemen? The Vigilante has also got a boost and is known for having a very quick refresh on that boost. And so we're going to see if now the Toreador, whatever the hell it may be called, can stack up to the Vigilante, ladies and gentlemen. And the simple answer to that is no. Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. They're sort of putting it in its place there. You know, obviously it's going to be pretty much every other car that hasn't got a boost, but when it comes to boost vehicles, ladies and gentlemen, it's only sort of middle of the pack. Okay, now we've got the scramjet, ladies and gentlemen, forgetting which is boost and which is jump there. We're going to put the scramjet up against it right now, and I think there's an opportunity to point out all of the other vehicles are being driven by Mr. Raccoon. He has a channel of his own. It is called The Brumby. If you type that into YouTube, you should go find it and do that. Why don't you go do that? He's got some other good videos on that. Okay, if you look at the mini-map, ladies and gentlemen, it is actually quite close on this one. We're sort of coming up behind me if you look there now. But no, the scramjet is going to take it. So the scramjet takes down the Toreador, whatever the hell it may be called. So should you buy it, ladies and gentlemen? $3.6 million ostensibly used, well, absolutely completely useless, you know. Only thing going forward really is it goes in the back of the submarine, and that sells it for me. It's got no use. Don't kid yourself, ladies and gentlemen, but it's fancy if you've got yourself a Costco. What do you think, boys? Sodding hell! Right, well, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.